So I'm going to give the Miami Hurricanes 20. And the Pitt Panthers. Are you sure, Coop? First off, what year is it? 2025. So I am you from the future. Flip that score prediction around right now, Coop. Can I ask why? Shh. Do not question it. Just know that the fate of the world, no, the galaxy, depends on it. Okay, well, so can I ask you a different question? Yes, but hurry up because our time is running out. Why are your nipples out? Everyone's nipples are out in the future. I must leave now. But oh, take this. You're going to be needing it in the future. Soy sauce? What's going on, Canes fans? Well, here we are. The final game of the regular season. Number 12. And you know, I'm really hoping that Pitt head coach Pat Narduzzi is in for a doozy going up against Miami. Dang it. Remind me to not start these preview videos off with a corny joke. But since you're still here, check that subscribe button and make sure that you are officially part of the college football family right here on the Coach Coop YouTube channel, because I'm still pushing for 28,000 subscribers by the end of November, and it's going to be very close. I believe we need around 200 more, and yes, you could be the difference. We would love to have you. So we have ourselves a ranked matchup here to close out the season. That's right, after the latest CFP rankings, Miami comes in at number 12, and Pitt jumped up to 22, and they were previously unranked. But they really took it to Georgia Tech last week, didn't they? Now, this is a Panthers team that actually started 2-2. They beat a couple of nobodies, and then when they faced some decent teams, they folded. And it looked like things were going to get pretty bad this season. But then they decide to bench the second-year QB Holstein and roll the dice on the true freshman quarterback, Mason Heinchel. And this team has been on fire pretty much ever since. And I say pretty much because they did have that Notre Dame game a few weeks ago where they lost 37-15, but they've won 6 of 7 since their back-to-back losses before the QB swap. This guy has thrown for 1,899 yards, 14 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. He can also scramble a bit if needed with 121 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns. Now, the big thing to keep in mind with this guy is that even though he's young, he will throw that football down the field with confidence. He is a very capable passer, and he has to be because Pitt's run game has not been stellar overall this season. They did, however, rush for 186 on Georgia Tech, but many believe that a lot of that is due to Georgia Tech's piss-poor run defense. And those yards were mostly racked up by a true freshman running back. You're seeing a little bit of a theme here. True freshman quarterback, true freshman running back, Turner, who leads the team in rushing. Now, their best running back is probably Desmond Reed, but he's been battling a bit of an ankle injury. He's missed several games this season, so we'll see if he plays against Miami, talking about Desmond Reed. And I think we all know the answer to that question. I mean, if you know, you know. If you're a Canes fan, you probably know. And I'll be completely honest, I have nothing but good things to say about their linebackers. These guys are just super athletic and have put up impressive numbers this season. They actually total 6 interceptions. That's 2 apiece, and 3 of them were a pick 6. That Pitt defense is aggressive, and they have generated a lot of turnovers. Now, for Miami, this is a road game in the cold, late November, with Mario Cristobal as your head coach. Now, some people think that the weather is a non-factor. I don't know. I'll leave that up to you. It's looking like it's going to be somewhere between 35 to 40 degrees at kickoff. So it's going to be on the chilly side. The Canes do have a veteran QB running the offense with Carson Beck, and the defense is playing really well right now. And the run defense for Miami actually ranks number 1 in the ACC currently in rushing yards allowed. But guess who's right behind them at number 2?
It's Pitt.
This is obviously a must-win for Miami, but even that doesn't guarantee anything. But you know for a fact that if you lose, you're probably Pop-Tart bound or some lawnmower bowl game incoming, which could be the case no matter what, even if they win, depending on how the committee views this thing. But we'll see. Pitt also still technically has the possibility of sneaking into that ACC championship game, but they would need some help. So it's not just about if they beat Miami, they're in. They're going to need some other teams to lose or take care of business. The point that I'm trying to make here is that both of these teams desperately need a win this Saturday afternoon. So let's take a quick look at the history between these two teams. Miami and Pitt have faced off a whopping 42 times in total, with the Canes leading the series 29-12, and there was a tie way back in 1964. The most recent matchup was in 2022, and Pitt handled business in a big way, winning 42-16. That was Mario's first year, the 5-win season. Scary times, yeah. I try to not remember back then. I'll also show you some average stats this season for both teams. And coming into this one, Pitt is averaging 38 points per game, Miami at 34. Points allowed against them, Pitt 24, Miami 15. Yards gained per game, 407 for Pitt, 427 for Miami. Yards allowed against them, 330 for Pitt, Miami 282. And third down conversion percentage, you got Pitt at 34%. That's kind of a rough number there, and 47% for Miami. And now 3 keys to a victory for Miami, powered by the #1 sports app, Sleeper. If you want blazing fast news and alerts for your favorite team right at your fingertips, this is the app for you. How about turning your sports knowledge into real money, which we have done multiple times? Then this is the app for you. Just go ahead and check it out by clicking the top link in the description. It will allow you to create an account, download the app, and plug in code word COOP whenever you do so. And you'll be glad you did, because that activates a 100% deposit match on your first deposit up to $100. But keep in mind that the app is free. The picks contest are optional. But if you decide to try it, that gets you the deposit match and $20 for free with no deposit needed. And all you have to do is predict more or less on player stats. So check out Sleeper today. Again, link in the description. Appreciate y'all for sponsoring today's preview video. Let's get to those keys. So coming in at #1, be ready for that quick game from Pitt's offense. You know that they will want to try and make Miami's pass rush a non-factor with their young quarterback. Miami should also press up on these wide receivers and get physical with this team. #2, Miami will need more explosive plays in this one. Give me some chunk yardage. These guys can score points. Miami will need to match that. And lastly, ball security and smart decisions from Carson Beck will be crucial. We need another Beck masterclass on Saturday afternoon. He's got to be prepared for those Pitt linebackers. Now, don't think that I forgot about the virtual season, where Miami actually lost in a very high-scoring game. Close in the end, but not enough to get it done. 48-41 Pitt Panthers victory. Now, in the Coach Coop Plays version, we actually survived a scary close game 30-28, and we held Pitt to just 27 rushing yards in that one. Let's also check in with the little green fellow and see what he thinks.
Pickle predicts.
Is Miami going to win?
The seeds of destiny are pickling nicely. Yes, for now.
For now. No, I need a more definitive answer. Stop playing with me.
Within the pickle juice, fate marinates. That is a hard no.
Yeah, okay. He says no. I don't. You know what? I'm not bringing you back next year. And the most important pick, my dog Max. Okay, it is time. To the Miami logo once again. That's my boy. So as you can see, everyone did get it right last week. And yes, I know. So wait, did I already say let's do it? I'm going to say it again just in case. So let's do it. The ESPN matchup predictor gives the Canes a 70% chance to win this game with Pitt at 30%. And I'll be 100% honest, those numbers kind of surprised me. I thought it was going to be more like 60-40 personally. Now, at the time of filming this, Miami is a somewhat small favorite at 6.5 points with the over-under set at 49.5. It's blank. Let's plug our numbers in. I have the Miami Hurricanes scoring 30 points. And the Pitt Panthers at 20. I mean, what can I say? This was a very hard game to pick for me. If you want me to be completely transparent here, I spent an entire day flip-flopping on the score prediction, including the pick. This is not so I can backpedal later. There is a very strong pull here for me to pick Pitt, and I'll be honest, a lot of it is the Miami PTSD. It's the late November game in the cold with Mario Cristobal as the head coach in a situation where you must handle business for there to be any hope of college football playoffs. And Miami, more often than not, has let us down in that almost exact situation. But when I break the matchup down, the game's not played on paper, obviously, but Miami should come out on top. I think if they do end up losing this, it's because Narduzzi and his staff come in and scheme it up with an unbelievable game plan, and they just outcoach Mario Cristobal, which obviously is something that could happen. That is not impossible. I also, though, don't want to overreact to the Pitt-Georgia Tech game because Miami's defense is better, and as long as Beck throws the ball to the guys in the orange and green instead of Pitt's linebackers, this should be a win. It should. And, you know, if I'm putting money on the line, my money would have to be on Miami. But it would be the very Miami thing to do to drop this game. And all of these arguments about the college football playoffs and trying to argue about the head-to-head with Notre Dame all meant nothing because they crapped the bed on the final game of the season. And don't think that that's me going out negative. It's not a bad vibe exiting this video. I have the Canes on top. But my confidence level is not through the roof there. I'm just saying. I mean, I have them covering the spread. If they're a 6.5 point favorite, I got them winning by 10. I know a lot of people are going to say, yeah, but Coop, it has to be more. You got to prove a point. You got to come in there and beat them by 30 after they just beat the heck out of Georgia Tech. That could maybe happen too, but it doesn't work that way necessarily just because that's what we need to happen. So we need Miami to beat Pitt in a big way. So that means since that needs to happen, that's what's going to happen. It's not necessarily the case. I got them winning by 10. I think it could be even lower scoring than this maybe. I don't know. Is it going to be more of a defensive battle with less explosive plays? I had that as a key for Miami to get more explosive plays, but let's be real. I expect Pitt to kind of attack that intermediate passing game. Are they picking up Yak? Does Desmond Reed play at running back? That could possibly be a boost for them if they could run the ball against Miami as well. Can you get the pressure on the quarterback? Do you rattle him? Yeah, he's got some games under his belt now because we say true freshman, but he's won a lot of games for Pitt this season. But he's not faced a front like what Miami brings to the table here. Is the weather a factor? Is traveling a factor? Is the pressure too much for Miami? We're throwing a ton of questions out there. And they're all going to be answered on Saturday afternoon. I'm very nervous about this game. Straight up. Very, very nervous. This is a winnable game for Miami, but Pitt could absolutely find a way to win it. They could. But I got Miami getting it done. And I hope to goodness that they don't show that I should have leaned into that Miami PTSD. I hope. I want to go out with a bang. I want it to be a W on the final game. Good memories, all smiles. Remember though, guys, we're all... Whoa, Coop, chill, bro, chill. Remember though, guys, we're all one big happy college football family, but at the end of the day, I gotta say, it's always better when you get to rep the U. Coach Coop, peace out. I'll see y'all in the next one.